What they gonna say now, Daima fans? What they gonna say now? Don't let that Majin cool shit fool you. Daima fans just caught the biggest dub this episode. Not only did it confirm that Daima is indeed canon, but it also introduced a character who might be comparable to Zeno. A character who might have created Zeno. Allow me to explain to you the highest authority in all the universe, Super Majin Rymus. So a super long time ago, there was a Supreme Demon King who wanted to expand his realm. So he asked the Super Majin that we now know as Rymus to create the universe. Just like God in the Bible said, let there be light, bro said, let there be the multiverse. And apparently the Majin decided to scatter across all the universe, which means there could be Majin literally anywhere. Now we know why they said anybody with pointy ears is from the demon world. Because once these universes were created and the Majin scattered amongst them all, essentially the life forms in those universes started from the Majin. And again, as these universes continued to develop, more life forms began popping up on these planets. So the beings like Earthlings and Saiyans are not descendants of the Majin. As the universes continue to expand and develop, Super Majin Rymus realized he needs somebody to help supervise this shit. So he chose a select group of Glens from Demon World 2 to monitor the universe, and they would later be known as the Supreme Kai. Based on the explanation they gave us of Rymus, there are actually two possibilities of his relation to Zeno. Because look at this design, there is no way this is an accident. Either Zeno is a descendant of Super Majin Rymus, or Super Majin Rymus is the supreme god of creation and Zeno is the supreme god of destruction. I'm not gonna lie, I personally like that second option a little bit better. Either way, Daima fans are up because this was all introduced in Dragon Ball Daima. Speaking of, do y'all not understand how huge this is for Dragon Ball Daima? I already see a lot of people saying this episode was an L because Majin Ku was a complete dud. I mean, bro's attacks weren't even making the Tamagami flinch, which again, Goku was able to defeat with Super Saiyan 1 and a small burst from Super Saiyan 2. For using that to scale him, bro is weak as hell. But allow me to remind you of these two things. Number 1, Dr. Rensu made it very clear that Majin Ku is a test batch. Her and Marble will be creating many more Majin. They're just trying to see which formula makes the most sense. They're trying to create a Majin that is both powerful and subservient. And Cybermen are subservient by nature. And number 2, she said if all else fails, she is willing to use the Dragon Balls. Now, why is that important? It's important because in the same episode, we learned both how weak a Majin can be, like bro was literally pedestrian, and then immediately after that, we learned how strong a Majin can be, as in creating the universe. And what's most interesting about that is Supreme Majin Raijin was nothing like Buu. He wasn't out of control, he wasn't evil, he wasn't maniacal. The Supreme Demon King asked him to create the universe, and he did it. Which proves Dr. Rensu is onto something. There is a way to make an extremely powerful Majin, a Majin even more powerful than Buu, who is subservient. And that's where Daima gets really interesting.